What's going on, my friends, my family, my fellow gamers? This is your boy, PorterRock77, and I'm back with another video. Check out the description. There you see the link to my Twitter. Hit me up there so we could continue the conversation. And, of course, if you see the PayPal and if you choose to donate, I would appreciate it. But if you don't, that's quite all right, because I appreciate what you're doing the most, which is just simply checking out the content, checking out the live podcast and all that stuff. And remember, I'm your only friend in these YouTube streets. Now, on to the topic. God of War hate and the fanboys that march to this tune. The fanboys that propagate the hate behind God of War. So I'm noticing there's an increased activity in YouTube, new channels or Xbox channels or other channels, fanboy channels, that are now pushing out that reviews were paid for, the game sucks, reason why God of War sucks, all this hate behind the game, you know? And I look at it like, why the hate behind this game? Now, I can understand disinterest. I can understand this is not your type of game, or I can understand if you're an old school God of War, you enjoy the franchise, and you're hesitant on the direction this game took. I get all that. That's normal. That's understandable. This game's not for everybody. I get that. But the pure blind hate behind this game is nothing more than slavery to your preferred console. That's all it is. And I don't understand that mentality. You know, being a slave to your console. Same goes with Spider-Man hate. I don't understand now all this hate behind Spider-Man simply because it's not on your preferred platform. If anything, these two examples you should use to convince the company that makes your preferred brand, your preferred platform, to step up and make compelling exclusives, to build up their studios, to make compelling titles, so that way you can brag about what possibly could be Game of the Year type titles. You understand? Like, for example, why hate on Spider-Man when you can use Spider-Man as an example? Let's say, for example, Xbox. You could tell Microsoft, hey, Sony got exclusive rights to Spider-Man. Why don't you go after some exclusive rights to these Marvel characters that we enjoy? Maybe we like to see a Thor game. Maybe a Hulk. Maybe a Captain America. Maybe a Black Panther. Get up in there. Put these billions and billion dollars you Xbox fanboys love to brag about, and put it to some use. Would I mind Microsoft getting an exclusive Thor game, or an exclusive Captain American game, or exclusive Black Panther game? Of course not, because I got an Xbox. And I think that would be absolutely amazing if we can see another Marvel type game, a Marvel superhero type game, and it's under the Xbox umbrella. I'm perfectly fine with that. I'm not going to cry like, oh my God, I can't play God of War on my PlayStation. No, I got an Xbox. I got an Xbox for a reason. It's a box that's supposed to play games. Now, keep in mind, I'm not going to play games on that box that I could already do on the PlayStation. I bought the box for a specific reason, and that's for its exclusives. I bought an Xbox for exclusive. Same thing like with Nintendo. When I eventually get the Switch, I'm buying the Switch for its exclusive. Games that I cannot play on PlayStation. So why the hate on games like God of War and Spider-Man when we can use those games and show Microsoft as an example of what they could possibly bring? No, they don't have to bring a God of War clone. I'm not saying that. But they have to understand to bring compelling titles. Because remember, last year, Phil Spencer said he don't think single players is a viable market or something to that terms, you know? Or the success single player games will be difficult, whatever. Yes, Sony is knocking it out the park with these single player games. Obviously, we see the clear difference of how Sea of Thieves was received and how God of War is being received. Two completely distinct difference. And when it comes to sales, you clearly see God of War is already like what, the 8th best-selling product in video games at Amazon. Already, and the game's not even out yet. This is just based on pre-orders. All right? This is the clear line of difference of games that people want. We could talk trash and pretend we want these games, but in reality, the consumer wants what the consumer wants on that platform. And we could use these games as an example to show Microsoft, hey, we need compelling titles. You know, this whole thing about now, in order to hype Spider-Man on PS4, you either had to play the previous 5 or you had to hype all of Insomniac games. I don't understand all these caveats. Where did all these caveats come from? Now the hype for a Spider-Man PS4 don't count unless you met these metrics. What? What are we doing here? No. People are hyping Spider-Man because it looks fantastic. It looks phenomenal, and it looks like the Spider-Man we deserve. When Batman got this transition with the Arkham Asylum, the Arkham Asylum trilogy, no one had a problem with people hyping the game. It was not an issue. We didn't have criteria of, oh, did you play the Batman on the Sega Genesis? No, then you can't hype it. Nope, sorry, you're a fanboy. Hyping Batman, fanboy. If you didn't play that, Do you know that? Did you play Rocksteady's last game? No, you didn't play Rocksteady's last game? Then you can't hype Batman. What, did we do that? No, we didn't do that. What's going on is we have way too many plastic slaves. Like, you guys are really slaving over your console. Like, straight up, like, I think you would give up your firstborn type shit. Because it's ridiculous, the shit y'all saying. All right? The plastic box is not that important. The only importance that plastic box has is if it's giving you the games that you want. All right? And damage controlling games on other platforms that are clear, big blockbuster bangers ain't the way to make your platform look good. Your platform don't look good just trying to downplay another. I'll give you another example. I'm not into racing games. Most of you know that. A lot of you who've been following me a long time know I absolutely hate racing games. I hate car games, right? So games like Gran Turismo, Forza, Drive Club, Project Cars, Dirt, all them shits. I'm not playing them. I don't care about any of that trash. But just because I'm not interested in the genre or I cannot stand the genre doesn't mean that I can't recognize the quality that certain games in that genre brings. Like, I would not say Forza is a trash game for the racing genre. It is a great game for racing fans. That's it. I can recognize good games for what it does for the genre. Even if I am not interested, even if I hate the genre, I recognize for what it is. You understand? Like another thing, RTSs. I'm not into RTSs, but I would be an idiot to say StarCraft is a shitty game. No, I recognize the great games for what they are within the genre, for what they bring on the platform. Why some of you dudes can't do that or are incapable of doing that? Sure, you may not like God of War. Maybe that's not your genre. Maybe you were never into that franchise. But if you cannot honestly see the big blockbuster the big blockbuster game that's what it is, God, I'm mumbling my words here. If you can't recognize that the game is the shit, then I don't know what to tell you. I don't think you guys have the skills or knowledge to talk about gaming. I think you need to develop more. Maybe you need to go read up in the past. Recognize. I don't know. I mean, there's not a school for this. So most of this is just reading and paying attention to history and just keeping up with current events. I don't know. Some of you guys need to, especially if you run a YouTube channel, you need to develop your knowledge base. You need to develop your skills because, I don't know. It's bugged out. It's bugged out that we come to this, right? God of War, as you can see, is a big blockbuster event. It is huge, and it's going to be extremely successful. The reviews are absolutely phenomenal. This game could be potentially one of the top games of the gen, not only a Game of the Year contender, but probably one of the best games out this gen. And we have to applaud Sony for allowing Santa Monica Studios and Cory Barlog, to take the chance and really flip this game upside down, start it in a brand new way, similar to what Nintendo did with Metroid Prime, when it went from the 2D side-scrolling to the first-person action game that it was. Those things takes courage, It takes vision, and it takes trust. If for anything else, you should be using those examples that Sony has set, and tell Microsoft, hey, this is what you do to make your console a top-selling console, to make a console a compelling console people want to buy and play. These are the moves that will make Xbox games great. You got to take chances, and you got to go out there and try to grab these compelling titles, right? Don't hate on Spider-Man. Tell Microsoft, hey, you see what Sony's doing? You need to do that, all right? Because there's only so much services people are going to give a shit about. Oh, we got EA Access and we could pay for that. Oh, we got Game Pass, we could pay for that. Oh, we got game refunds and we could do that. No, those are fine, but that's not compelling. That's not what makes you turn on the system and be like, it's games. It's compelling games, all right? And that's what Sony brought in 2018, and it's not going to stop. It's not going to stop. We're not even at E3 yet, and we got 2019 coming, and you got Ghost of Tsushima, Death Stranding, The Last of Us 2, Days Gone. More compelling titles and potential blockbusters. This is what you do to make your system attractive. Big blockbuster titles, And yes, the fact that they're exclusives is even a bigger bonus because that gives that console the identity. Sure, we're going to have some big blockbuster multiplats. You know, Anthem's coming, another Battlefield, Red Dead Redemption 2, huge, big blockbuster, compelling multiplats. The problem is, who gets credit for that? No one. Because everybody gets to play it. If you're new to my channel and you haven't heard this before, I call those games community pussy. Because everybody gets to hit it. It's nothing special. Doesn't matter what platform you're on. Yeah, you could claim, oh, we got the best version. Then another platform, PC games will say, no, we got the best version because we could play at 60 frames. Everybody could chime in on why their version is the best version. PlayStation gamers could say, no, Red Dead Redemption is best on PlayStation because we get exclusive content. Xbox could say, no, we get the best version because of 4K assets. Everybody's putting in their own 2 cents on why that's better. But the one common thing is, everybody's playing it. So is it really that special? Is saying, ooh, I'm playing Red Dead on PlayStation really that special? When Xbox, and I'm not sure if it's on PC. I think it is, maybe not. But you see what I'm saying? None of these games are really that special. They're special in their own right, because they're great games, they're compelling titles. But again, these compelling titles you can play on any platform. They're exclusives. That's the mark. That's what makes your brand your preferred brand. Red Dead Redemption is not an Xbox brand. It's just a multiplat. Halo is an Xbox brand. Gears is an Xbox brand. Now, of course, you know, these games are on PC. So Microsoft kind of diluted, you could say, the importance. So if you're a PC gamer, Gears, Halo doesn't mean anything to you. I think Halo's still exclusive to Xbox One, Halo 5. But you see what I'm saying? But for the most part, when you hear God of War, Spider-Man, Detroit, Ghost of Tsushima, Days Gone, The Last of Us 2, Death Stranding, there's no dilution to that. Big, compelling titles that makes people wonder if they're supporting the right platform. And that's happening. You see, I ain't gonna say a lot, but I already see some tweets, right? And sometimes I think, oh, maybe this is a troll account. So I look through their timeline in the past, see what they talk about. No, some of these dudes were Xbox dudes. You see them in their timeline. They're posting, you know, they're talking about this, they're talking about that, and now they're questioning whether they're gonna stay on Xbox. Why? Because the games they play on Xbox, they could still play on PlayStation, so they're not gonna lose out, right? It's obvious things like services isn't high on their list. So it's not like they're like, well, I'm going to stay on Xbox because we got Game Pass. That's clearly not high on their list. And the games that are coming out, they can't play on their console. So some people are making the switch because they'll still get the games. They'll still get multiplayer experience. And of course, everybody's going to be like, oh, PSN sucks. It's always down. Man, you guys are fanboys, all right? Because I follow Xbox support and I follow PlayStation support. That way I get advisories on any network issues or whatever. And I see tons of Xbox support, Xbox down. What I don't see is a lot of Xbox dudes retweeting that. And I even made a Twitter comment, a Twitter reply a couple of months ago where I find it funny when the PlayStation, as PlayStation whatever, says, hey, PlayStation, some features, PlayStation down in certain areas. Boy, you Xbox dudes are right and cute. It's as if you got like priority notification from that Twitter account. And you blast it and you do this whole narrative of, see, PlayStation down, it sucks. And you guys are retweeting it, sending it all over. But as soon as Xbox support sends a tweet and says, hey, Xbox is down, you're going to have connectivity issues. Crickets. 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 And you know what's the funny part? This is what the funny part is. The PlayStation Twitter fans or whatever, we don't retweet either. Why? Because we don't give a fuck. We don't care. That's the funny part. So you guys are slaving so bad, you will take any opportunity to make the PlayStation brand look bad. But here's the problem. It's not working. Y'all been doing this non-profit work for 4 or 5 years trying to make PlayStation look bad. It ain't working, dog. It's failed. Move on. What you should do is look at the things Sony done right with PlayStation and tell Microsoft to copy those moves. All right? Copy them. There's nothing wrong with copying. Believe me, I am a fan of copying. All right? Some of the best ideas are the ones you take from other people. Why reinvent the wheel? If you see it works, just do it.
Just copy it. It works. It's proven, you know? Just tell Microsoft to copy these moves. Don't be one of those, well, I don't want them to copy because I want Xbox and Microsoft to stay innovative with their own. Man, fuck that. Do you want the platform to be good? Do you want that platform to push out compelling titles? Then copy the strategy. All right? Hit right click, copy, paste. Boom. Enough of the bullshit, you know? Because the way Xbox is going, if Microsoft doesn't fix their shit, you're going to lose more and more customers, right? Understand this. Only a fraction of you are right at that Xbox dudes that will die with the platform for God knows whatever reason. You know, because at the end of the day, it should be compelling games, which Microsoft is not really delivering. So why you're stuck on that box, I don't know, but you are. But understand, if Microsoft continues on this downslope of releasing half-assed titles or mediocre titles, people will leave. Because some of the best games Xbox has is on PlayStation or will go to PlayStation. So those gamers are not going to miss out on those great games. Right? And many of the features PlayStation has. Party chat is on PlayStation. A lot of Xbox gamers love that. It's on PlayStation. It's actually free on PlayStation. You don't even need a subscription for that. Fortnite, if you're on Xbox and all you do is play Fortnite, you know, and you want that occasional big blockbuster exclusive, but Xbox not give it to you, don't be surprised if a lot of Fortnite dudes leave Xbox, because you can play that on PlayStation for free, I might add. You see what I'm saying? If you lose the customers, if you lose the user base, the brand's going to fail little by little. It's not going to fail overnight. It's not going to disappear overnight. It's a gradual misstep. But as those little failures compile, Microsoft takes notice. And then they'll redefine their strategy. Me personally, I think their strategy is already heading towards multi-platform development. But that's a conversation for another time. But I'll leave you all with that. This is your boy PorterRock77. Let me know what you think about the video. All right? And I will check you out next time. To my friends, my family, my fellow gamers, you know who I am. Your only friend in these YouTube streets. Peace.